you?
I'm good. How are you?
What's your name?
Janae.
Janae, I'm Katherine. It's really nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too, Katherine.
So I just want you to know this is our first session.
Okay.
So in this room there is complete confidentiality. The only time that I might have to break confidentiality is if I feel that you're at harm to someone else or to yourself.
Okay.
So why don't you just start off by telling me a little bit about yourself?
Okay. Well, I am in a relationship right now, and I'm actually about to get married.
Wow, congratulations.
Yeah, he proposed 2 months ago or so, and so I'm just really nervous. I don't know if I really want to be married or not. I'm only 23. I feel like it's really early, and I don't know. I love him, but I just know that marriage is there's so much in marriage, bills and family issues and health and, it's just a lot. Planning for the wedding, if we get into an argument, are we going to make it, our communication style and stuff like that. And so I'm really, really nervous. I don't know what to do.
Yeah, it sounds like you're excited about the prospect of marrying him, but at the same time, there's a lot that comes with it, so you're feeling a little bit of anxiety as well.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Yeah.
Well, actually a lot.
Yeah. What's your fiance's name?
His name is David.
David.
Mm-hmm.
And how long have you all been seeing each other?
For about 2 years now. Mm-hmm.
Okay. And so, this relationship, do you feel like you guys have been communicating well in the past?
We have, but I feel like marriage sometimes either it makes things a lot better or a lot of things worse. And so I'm just scared to make that next step because our relationship for the past 2 years has been really good. It's just, this is a big step. Now this is a lifetime because, we don't believe in divorce. So, just making that huge commitment is a little scary.
Well, it's great that you take it so seriously and that you do want it to be a commitment for the rest of your life. That shows that you're taking it very seriously and you really feel responsible for this decision.
Right.
Tell me more about your relationship.
He's a really great guy, financially stable. He loves his family. He makes me really happy. He has a great sense of humor. He's a Christian as well, so he's a really great guy. I think for me it's just taking that next step and having children, and I'm afraid of having children. So just those different things.
Yeah.
And, getting a house together, and it's just so much to do. And I don't know if I'm quite ready for all that yet.
Okay. Have you talked to him about some of these concerns?
I have, but he's so excited about getting married. I don't know if he really understands where I'm coming from.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you said you feel like you've been relating well in the past, you have good communication, but you're just worried that marriage is going to change the dynamics.
Yeah. I've seen so many married couples who are they go through the honeymoon stage and everything is great, and then all of a sudden something happens and they just go sour from there. So.
Do you guys have a good support system, possibly even other married couples that you can kind of talk to about some of these concerns and how they work through them?
Yeah, my parents are married and his parents are married, so we have a really good support system. It's just with me being so young and getting married right now, it's I have so many other things to do in life, live on my own independently, but I won't be able to do that now because we're going to be moving in together soon. And so, just making those big steps.
Yeah. It sounds like a major concern that you keep bringing up is your age.
Yeah.
And that you just feel too young.
I do. I feel like I need more experience in life. I want to travel the world. And I can do that with him, but if I wanted to make for example, if I got a job offer in California, then I would have to compromise about, okay, do we want to stay in Georgia? Do we want to move to California? And then do you want to move your job? I might not be able to take that opportunity because now we're married. And so, if if we were dating, it'd be a little bit different because it's like, okay, well, we're not completely there yet for marriage, but I would have a little bit more leeway to kind of do what I wanted on my own. So I guess for me, it's kind of determining is do I value love more, being in love, or my own like desires as far as a career or traveling and other things like that. So.
Yeah. And again, I think that would be a really good conversation to have with David, just to talk about some things that might come up in the future and how you guys might handle them as a couple if you do end up wanting to marry him.
Right.
You know, it might be good to have those hard conversations before you make that commitment, just to be sure that you're on the same page.
Right.
Have you guys thought about doing any premarital counseling?
We have, and I think we're gonna start like really soon, because I think that will kind of help me. But my main concern is we go through premarital counseling and then it might not work out because I still have my own, I wouldn't call them selfish desires, but that's what they are. So I have to kind of decide like what's important to me. And so now I'm in this situation too where I'm like, yes, I will marry you, and I'm like, because I love him, I'm in love with him, but I don't know if the timing's right.
Okay.
Now that I'm sitting here talking to you, I don't even know if I want to get married anymore. And it's not you. I'm just sitting here looking at everything, and I'm like, I don't know. Did I make the right decision?
Yeah, well, I think it is important for you to think about what the things are that you really want in life. If having a marriage and possibly children and that lifelong relationship might come before career or traveling or just where your priorities lie.
Right.
Because if you realize that you really maybe don't want that relationship, then it'd be important to acknowledge that, obviously before marrying, but then at the same time, if you realize that's the main desire right now, then you can kind of work things out from there.
Right. Because I love him. I do want to be with him. I don't want to separate or anything. I just think that marriage is a huge step. And so, trying to decide if I should get married now or later.
Okay. Do your parents, you said they do have a good relationship?
They have a great relationship.
Okay. And do you mind telling me a little bit about their dynamics with you? Just, do you feel like they're a good example?
Oh, absolutely. They're very supportive. And they also just tell me to go with what my heart says. And so they're basically saying that it might be a good idea to get the things that you want to do out of the way a little bit, so that when you do get married, you don't regret it. So they're very supportive of my decision, and whatever I decide to do, they're going to help. But they did tell me to look at all of my options and, talk to my fiance about it as well.
Do you feel like there's a time limit where he wants to get married maybe in the next few months or a year?
He wants to get married within the next year.
Okay.
And I'm like, can we have a 2-year engagement? Just to give me some time.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Do you think he's willing to maybe compromise in that area?
I don't know.
Okay.
So that's something we have to talk about again.
Yeah, that might be a good discussion to have.
Yeah.
So how do you feel? I can tell you're feeling anxious. How do you deal with that anxiety when you feel it?
I usually just talk to friends and family about it. That's the best way, because they're very supportive, so they give me different options. And, maybe we should do this, maybe we should do that. And they don't judge me for it. It's just, do what you feel is best, what makes you happy.
So when you do feel anxious, is it something that you feel like you can just go turn to your family, or do you feel like that's something that you should bring up with him as well? Maybe talk about that.
Probably talk to him about that as well. And I do talk to him about it. It's just a matter of, when someone asks to marry you, I guess I'm more concerned with his feelings sometimes.
Yeah.
And I do try to be honest and straightforward as much as possible. But I don't want him to feel like I'm rejecting him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because that's not the case. Actually, it might be the case. I don't want to reject him, but I don't want him to, I don't want us to separate either. So
Yeah, I can
You know,
understand
like,
there's a conflict there
yeah.
between wanting to be open and honest, but at the same time not wanting that honesty to hurt him.
Right.
Yeah.
And I believe in being honest in a relationship, absolutely. But I mean, it's just so much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, do you have good outlets for when you're feeling stressed? Any activities you like to do?
I usually spend quality time with friends and family. I looked up my love language. That's what it is. It's quality time.
Okay.
So I usually, that's what makes me happy. So I usually do that. Yeah, catch up on my favorite shows or have game night with the family.
Yeah. Well, that's really good to have those outlets when you're feeling stressed, so that you don't just bottle it all up inside. That you have a way to kind of relax a little bit.
Right.
So before we meet again, if you would like to next week, I really encourage you to have some conversations with your fiance. Maybe discuss some of these issues that we talked about with the timing of it, or what you might do if there are disagreements down the road, or a new job opportunity comes up. Just to kind of see if y'all are on the same page, and if not, if you can maybe get there, because I think that would make you feel a little bit more comfortable in considering marriage?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay. Also, if this is something that you want to do, it might be good to come up with like a list of your priorities and maybe your goals over the next few years, to kind of see if those are still goals that you can meet, while being married, or if you feel like you're going to be sacrificing some of those things, and even if you are possibly sacrificing those, if that's something you want to do in order to marry David. So just to kind of lay out your thoughts and goals on paper, that might be helpful.
That's a good idea. I actually do that.
Okay. Well, it was really nice talking to you
Nice
today.
talking to you too.
I hope I'll see you again.
All right, thank you.